Toastmaster, fellow Toastmaster members, it's time that we take control. There's a public debate. It's a socio-economic, political debate in the atmosphere, in the stratosphere of our American economy today. And it's particularly pertaining to taxes. There's a debate. What should we do about taxes? Should we raise the taxes? Should we lower the taxes? Who should we raise or lower these taxes for? Or to whom should we do this to? There is the argument, this whole tax system, I mean, it's something that's endeared or always been important in our society, beginning from the very beginning, you know, taxation without representation. And so it's something that has always struck a strong chord with our citizens in the U.S. Raise the taxes on the wealthy. That's class warfare, says some. We should broaden the base. Get everybody paying taxes. It's only fair. Well, my argument today is really not about the tax code or tax structure. Because I want to say at the end of the day, I know that it is important. Taxes are one of the largest expenses that we all incur. And so that's why it strikes us in such a dear and close way. But the changes that they're talking about making are honestly will be marginal. It won't be significant enough to change the quality of life for most people. And to that end, I want to talk about what I believe is really important. And see, since taxes aren't going to change your quality of life, and let's talk about that. What is quality of life? I think I want to describe quality of life as is your income here and then your expenses. And so whatever the difference here is, that's your quality of life. Okay? If if your expenses are here, that's not good, right? And so that's your quality of life. So the tax code, the changes in taxes won't really significantly impact that. So what it really matters, it's time that we take control of our lives ourselves. You know, the power really is in our hands. If we can educate ourselves, you know, understand, you know, what drives income, what drives the economy, how can we grow ourselves, how can we grow our knowledge so that we can grow our income, how we can make more money, that we can invest appropriately or properly so that we can provide for ourselves in the future. See, that's the only thing that's really going to significantly change our quality of life. See, we can control our expenses, we can decrease those, we can control our income. Well, we have some influence on our income, and we can increase our income. And then, most importantly, we can control what we do with that income. And see, even people who make an average of $40,000 a year of their lifetime, over their working life, they'll make over $1 million. So it's not always how much you make. It's most of the time what you do with it. And so the tax debate is a very important debate. But most important is us as individuals taking control of the things that we can't control. The things that are constant in life are death and taxes. They always will be with us. But you taking control of your knowledge, of your investments, your knowledge of your income and how you use that income, whether it be on your job or you take on a side part-time job, you start your own business. You know, the most wealthy people, they are their own business owners. You know, they create income, they create jobs. Which one will you be? Which one will you do? That is where the control is. And so if I want to talk about that a little bit more, I want to challenge you, each and every one of you, to take a leap of faith. Maybe that's what it'll be for you, a leap of faith, to gain this control in your own life, in your own self. See, I decided before I joined Toastmasters over a year ago, nearly 2 years ago, that I want to be better today than I was yesterday. I want to be better today than I was yesterday. And that can be such a small change each and every day, but it's such a big thing. If every day you're just a little bit better, you gain a little bit more knowledge. See, this is how you increase your quality of life. This is how you take control. When are you going to get good enough to accomplish? When are you going to be good enough to become your best, to be your best? To accomplish all the goals and dreams that you have.
He left.
When will you do it? See, it's up to you. If I can share anything, it'll be that. It really is up to you. It's not about what the government does, what the economy does. It's up to you. When are you going to achieve? You know, there are a few things in life that I deem most important. But this one thing, man, being my best, doing all that I can do, that's something that drives me. One thing I think about and trying to rehearse in my mind to keep myself going, I think, man, you really don't get any second chances. You know, this day, you'll never see it again. There ain't no dress rehearsal. You know, every day, this is the real thing. You're live and living color. There's no redos. Man, you have to take your chances and run with it. You have to get after it. I mean, take control of it's your life. So one thing I use to encourage myself, man, this ain't no dress rehearsal. You don't get a second chance. You have to take control now. So I want to encourage each and every one of you to do just that. Be your best. Because when I look back, you know, when I'm coming towards the end of my time, the one thing I know that I want to hear is someone say, well done. You know, that's what's important to me. I want, you know, my wife to look at me and say, you know, well done. You've been a good husband. You know, you made mistakes, but well done. I want my kids to look at me and say, man, Dad, we're so proud of you. We know that you may be not the best guy in the whole world, but man, you're the best father that we ever could have wanted. Well done. I want, you know, my parents, before they pass, to say, man, we're proud of you. Everybody that I come in contact, man, I want them to have a good influence, because be influenced by me in a good, positive way. And that only happens if you take control of who you are, what you learn, the information you gather, the investments you make, the income that you grow, and then what you do with your income that you make. And last but not least, you know, when you would pass away from this life, we all want to hear, well done, from the maker, the creator of all. Take control of your life, because it's up to you. Mr. Toastmaster.